Okay, so this is a video that has been long overdue for me to record because it's a big problem that a lot of people are experiencing right now. And the reason why the majority of people fail at things in life, and I don't mean just fail once or fail at this thing or fail, I mean fail at a lot of things, right? Whether it's not achieving your goals in the time you wanted to achieve them, whether it's not being able to do something that you plan to do, whether it's not fulfilling the reason why you're here. Now, if we just come to it, I'm going to skip a lot of the small talk and just get straight to it. The biggest problem is that most people are just not honest with themselves. Now, what do I mean by this? I mean, if you take a goal, let's say you've got a health goal, you've got a wealth goal, you've got a fulfillment goal. Let's just take wealth for now. If you've got a wealth goal, what are some of the things that you need to do to achieve that? Just have a think. If you want to achieve more wealth, if you want to achieve more prosperity, more abundance, what are some of the things that you need to do? It might be learning something new. It might be networking with people, maybe who have the results that you aspire to have. It could be speaking to other people. It could be getting a qualification. It could be a multitude of things. Now, as the ideas start flooding into your mind, if you've got that wealth goal, are you doing everything that you could possibly do to achieve that goal right now? And if the answer to that is no, my question to you is why? Let's not even stop at wealth. Let's look at health. If you've got a health goal, let's say you want to tone up, you want to get fitter, what are the two main things that you need to do? There's only two things that you need to do, very simple, right? And I say simple, but not easy. It's very simple what you need to do to achieve that health goal of toning up, maybe losing some weight, building some muscle. All you need to do is eat better. So eat less processed foods, eat more fruits and veg, and maybe depending on if you're keto or not, have some carbs, have some protein. You know the deal. Basically, sum it up, eat better. The second thing is exercise more, move your body more, do more physical activity. But if you've got that health goal and maybe it's been some months, maybe even some years that you've had a similar goal and it hasn't happened, the question you've got to ask yourself is why? You know, like we said, it's simple but not easy. You know exactly what you need to do to be able to achieve that goal, yet you're not achieving it. Yet you're not succeeding in that aspect of life. Now, am I saying that you'll never succeed? No. But the chances of you succeeding decrease, and the time it takes you to succeed increases, right? The length of time that it takes you to succeed increases. It takes longer because you're not honest with yourself. So how can we be honest? What do I mean by this? I simply mean that if you can look in the mirror to yourself, and at the end of this video, I want you to do this activity. At the end of this video, I want you to look in the mirror, look at yourself, and first of all, know what your goal is. Second of all, look at yourself, say your goal. After that, look at yourself and say to yourself and acknowledge, what are the things that I know I need to do to achieve this goal? Now, I'm not saying that you know everything. Like, for example, if your goal is to generate your first 6 figures or your first 7 figures, you may not know the full business idea that's going to take you there. But right now, you know the steps, the stepping stones that will get you there. So now once you know that, your question to you is, am I doing everything that I could be doing right now, in this day, today, to achieve that? If the answer is no, then there's some cognitive dissonance. There's some gap between what you know you should be doing and what you are actually doing. And I want you to because some of you might be thinking right now that, but Josh, I'm doing everything that I can. But my question to you is, are you doing everything you can all the times you can? Every day, is it a case where every single day you're doing every single thing you can to the max? Or just be honest here, are there some days where maybe you relax a bit, maybe you take your foot off the gas a bit, maybe you see some results, right? You go to the gym so often, or you don't eat a certain amount of calories, you don't eat these special foods, or maybe you see results in the bank, you see this number of money, but then because you see that number of money coming in, you take your foot off the gas. Because you see that, you know what, I've been good, I've woken up early every single day. This day today, I don't need to wake up early. Why is that? When you know that the most optimal path for you to achieve this goal is by keeping your foot on the gas every single day, doing everything that you can, every single thing that you can, every single day. If you know the difference between achieving your goal in 3 years and achieving your goal in 1 year, or just keeping your foot on the gas, doing everything that you know you should be doing, then why aren't you doing it? And chances are it's because one of two things. The first thing is that when it comes to your goal, you haven't quite identified with what this goal means to you. What do I mean by this? You don't quite, you see yourself, let's say, for example, you want to make $1 million. You know that you want to make $1 million, but you haven't quite registered what that $1 million will do for you in your life. Because right now that goal is just a number. That goal is just simply, you know what, I'm going to have $1 million in my bank, I'm going to feel good. But why do you want that $1 million in your bank? What do you want to do with that? Who do you want to help? How do you want to treat your family? How do you want to spend your next 5 years? What's your quality of life looking like? Are you going to reinvest it? What does that mean to you? What does that mean to your family? What does that mean to those around you, your community? Do you see how answering these questions puts you in a much deeper perspective of your goal? It's not just numbers on a screen. Now that $1 million is life experiences, is a new quality of life, is new experiences for you and your family. The second reason why you're not achieving your goal is, and I don't want you to feel like I'm stabbing you here, but my thing here is not to butter it up and make you feel good. My thing here is to make you realize what's happening in your life so that you can take action to achieve the things that you want to achieve, right? So maybe the second thing that a lot of people, and I say maybe because I know that this is the majority of people, right, is purely and simply a form of laziness. A form of laziness with carrying out the consistency, the persistency to achieve that goal. Right? You know that, okay, I should wake up earlier to, I don't know, read 20 pages in a book. But you're not reading 20 pages in the book, you're not waking up earlier every single day, right? Or every 6 days a week or 5 days a week, whatever you set your goal to be, right? I'm not saying that you have to do it every single day. You know what you've set yourself. Is it 5 days a week? Is it 7 days a week, right? You know that, okay, I'm working late hours. I'm working like 9 to 5, 9 to 6, 9 to 7. I know that when I come back, I need to focus at least 2 hours on learning this new skill, whether it's marketing, whether it's sales, whatever the skill is, whether it's learning to play the flute, whatever your goal is. But I come back, I feel tired, I feel lethargic, and actually, you know what? I'm going to watch Netflix. These forms where we let ourselves off, the reason why I'm saying this is because over the years, I've had many different millionaire, whether it's mentors or people in my network, who have shown me a different way to live, shown me a different way that we can achieve our goals. We can achieve what takes some people 5 years, 7 years, 10 years to achieve. You can achieve in like literally 6 months, 1 year, 3 years. And it comes down to a lot of the times these two things: not identifying with your goal, and secondly, a form of laziness. So now when you're looking in the mirror after this video and you're looking in the mirror and you know what you need to do to achieve your goal, but you know that, okay, I'm not quite doing everything, be real with yourself, be honest with yourself. Why? Is it the case that like Josh said, I'm being a bit lazy? Is it the case that, like Josh said, maybe I don't quite appreciate my goal? Because why are you doing this? The first step to change, i.e. changing your outcome from not achieving your goal, from failing to succeeding and being part of the 1% or the minority who actually achieve their goals and achieve all of their goals, or the majority, is simply this thing here. The first step to change is awareness. When you're aware of this mishap, and you can hear the geckos in Bali, but when you're aware of this mishap between what you know you need to do and what you are doing, and you ask yourself why, now you're bringing your consciousness, your prefrontal cortex, to the forefront. Now you're literally pulling it on a table, seeing why, and knowing that the next time it happens, why you won't do it, or what you can do not to make it happen, right? So that's what I want you to do. At the end of this video, I want you to stand in the mirror and ask yourself these questions. What is my goal? What do I know that I need to do right now? Maybe, and I know some of you might be like, but Josh, my goal is, I don't know, I want to impact more people, but I'm feeling a bit shy, or I don't know how to do this. Do you know that maybe pushing yourself outside your comfort zone, maybe learning how to communicate more effectively, maybe getting a mentor, maybe speaking to people, right? Maybe speaking to more random people. You know that these things can help you. So why are you not doing it now? And you know, these videos that I make, I'm not making them just because, you know, I'm just talking about random stuff. These are things that I've actually implemented in my life, and I've seen the biggest results, right? How to get the difference between, for example, for myself, being super shy, super introverted, not wanting to speak to anyone, to then in the space of a year, being able to step on stage, speak in front of hundreds, if not over 1,000 people, right? Then in that first year, go from sleeping on my parents' couch to, by the end of the year, the end of the first year of speaking, going from shy, introverted to effective communicator, being able to speak, being able to, for my previous client, generate them over $500,000 just from speaking, right? Now, I'm not saying this to impress you or to say, look what I did. I'm saying this because any of your goals that you have right now, even if right now it seems impossible, like it seemed for me, being so shy, so introverted, not wanting to speak to anyone, never mind turn on the camera, speak, never mind even speaking in front of hundreds or thousands of people. Now, in that short space of time, taking the action every single day that I knew that I needed to do, and then achieving it. Compared to the previous few years where I knew that maybe I should speak to people, but I was so much more comfortable with going onto YouTube, just watching a video how to be confident. Okay, I learned the stuff. But then going outside and not being confident, not knowing how to implement it, not doing it. But knowing that I should be actually speaking to more people. I should actually be pushing myself outside of my comfort zone. This is why I say in 1 year, you can achieve what it takes 3 or 5 years of not being honest with yourself. If you're not honest with yourself, maybe you'll achieve your goal. But maybe it'll take 3 years, maybe it'll take 5 years, maybe it'll take 10 years. But if you're honest with yourself and you know exactly what you need to do and you commit to that, then instead of it taking 10 years, 5 years, 3 years, instead of it taking even 1 year, it could take 6 months. It could take a few months. Just by, I don't know if you've seen any of those Instagram posts, they're so true, where they say if you knuckle down and let's say you hide yourself for 6 months, you knuckle down on your dreams, your desires, in 6 months, you could be 5 years ahead of everyone else. And let's not even say everyone else. Let's just say 5 years ahead of yourself when you're not honest to yourself, when you're not looking yourself in the mirror and being honest and saying, am I doing every single thing that I can do today to achieve my goal? So my challenge to you right now, as this video finishes, is to go to your bathroom, go wherever you've got a mirror in your house, look at yourself in the eyes, state your goal. State what you know that you need to do every single day or every 5 days or every 6 days, whatever the timeline that you want to give yourself. Let's just say every single day. What are the things that you know that you need to do every single day? Then state to yourself, am I doing these things that I know I need to be doing? If the answer is no, why? Is it laziness or is it that you haven't quite attached to your goal properly? Whichever one it is, you now know what you need to do to achieve that goal to the quickest and be part of the minority who actually succeed. So, now, I hope you enjoyed that video. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, all the usual YouTube stuff if you got any value from this. Also, I'm going to leave a video here that you can check out if you are interested in maybe improving your communication skills and learning what I used in that 1 year to achieve those results that I spoke about in this video and how you can too. And secondly, here is a video that YouTube is recommending if you would like to check that one out too. Other than that, I look forward to seeing you in the next video and enjoy the rest of your day. You're looking at me. Okay, let me retake that. Oh, and by the way, make sure to look at yourself in the mirror, whether it's in your bathroom, wherever you are, to look at yourself in the eyes right here, right now. I'm about to do it. See you there.